What's up, boys?
What up?
We
Right
are
on.
live.
Live.
And I got the spinning wheel of death right at the start
Oh,
of the
boy.
call. There we go.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Well,
boy.
you said live, and then when he sung live, I thought the Love Boat. I don't know why.
Oh,
Just can't-
Love
I think
boat.
only
Remember
a
that?
only a lounge singer on the Love Boat would be wearing a coat like that.
Sailing away. I like it. Let's have some drinks.
Come aboard, we're expecting you.
There it is. The Love Boat.
So,
What
fellas,
is happening?
If
What
someone
is
watched us
happening?
The first time, they're like, "What is this?" They
Yeah.
sing the Love Boat. They wear
Bad
funny
call.
clothes, and Zephyr would land.
They're like, there's gotta be something else to watch right now.
how is it going? For those of you who are tuning in for the first time ever,
Eva.
which there can't be many of you left, honestly. This is Nightcap with the Land Geek guys, and
Yeah.
we've been doing this now for a couple years strong. We get together on a Wednesday or Thursday night, and we have a cocktail or five, and we talk about land investing.
Or 11.
I
Yeah.
mean, it all depends on the type of drink. I'm not seeing any watchers right now. I don't know if I got a problem here on Ecamm or what.
We got a few on the Facebook. We got Melissa Stucker.
All right,
Yeah,
hey,
but-
Melissa.
Hey,
We
Melissa.
live in the rerun anyway. You know that. We live in the rerun.
We do.
Like what? 25,
Most people are-
26,000 watches in the
Yeah,
in the
they're
rerun?
usually watching us drinking their morning coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Makes sense.
Speaking of coffee, you know what Mark brought back last week?
I know, and I know who his first guest was.
Coffee talk.
Yeah, coffee talk. Who was the first guest?
Who do you think? The Golden Child.
Wow.
Scott Todd. That's so nice.
Oh,
Scott
So
Boston.
great.
that's funny
How
stuff.
do you not?
That's funny stuff. Yeah, Mark. I don't know. Maybe you could call me his co-host. That was fun. We had coffee talk.
I'm sorry. Did he call you the co-host?
No,
Or
I'm
do you
totally
hope
kidding.
one day he calls you the co-host?
I'm totally kidding.
Okay.
We can call you the co-host from now on.
Uh,
Now,
that's
not
funny
the OG,
stuff.
it's the co-host.
No, it was fun stuff.
Coffee talk
So
with Mark
coffee talk.
Podolsky.
Coffee Talk is back. For those of you who would like a little blast from the past, just go to YouTube and type in the search bar Coffee Talk Mark Podolsky, and you're going to see Mark from days gone by with all sorts of tidbits of knowledge from 2011, 2012.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I remember these, and oh my God, I have to do it. I hope Mark is watching or not. I don't. Come on, come with me. Come with me. Let's go for a ride. That's
There he is.
Like, that's Mark Podolsky 20 to 38 years ago, right there. Look at that head of hair. What a handsome man. My God, that is excellent. Oh,
Handsome man. So it's Coffee Talk
Yeah.
2.0 and Friday mornings in the Land Geek group at 10 Pacific. So,
yeah. I'm at work, so I don't get to watch, but I'll watch the reruns on that.
yeah. You know what, Forbes, though? I mean, for you, I'm beginning to think that work is work because you're readily available whenever I vox you during the day or call you. You're like, hey, what's up, buddy?
Whoa.
I'm just saying. So,
So for starters, you and Mike Zano, for everyone at home, they're very, very uptight about Voxer. If you don't Vox them back, they get all bitter and angry about it. So I will put my work call on hold. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mr. $138,000 deal. I just 1 second. I just mute, and then I'm like, Zano, I'll call you back. Thanks. That's how I do
Mike,
it at work.
Mike just told me a joke, and I need to listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I have this friend, and he needs my attention now.
I was only sensitive one time, Matt. One time.
I've gotten multiple angry, like, you don't Vox me back? Or I'm like, have a real job.
Come
Daddy
on.
works for money. Yeah, it's true.
You know, you sounded like the from that what's that movie with Shrek, the little cookie guy.
Oh yeah, not my gumdrop bunnies. No.
That's what I heard there. See, I got the answer to these things.
Yeah.
Oh, we better start talking about some land stuff.
Yes.
Quick.
We should.
First off, what are you fellas drinking? I have a very special. Matt Forbes, you're going to love this. This is called the Arrogant Bastard Ale, and at the bottom it says, "You're not worthy."
I am in.
So
that sounds delicious. What's up, Jason Hoffman?
it's a very yummy ale.
That sounds really, really good.
Yeah, it is very good. I'll send you a bottle. I'm trying to see where it's from. Anyway, my lovely wife got that for me. Shout out to my wife as well. She got me this awesome Cubs hat for my birthday last week.
Yeah. Why don't you take that hat off? What do we got underneath back there?
No, not doing that. Need a haircut.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
Not do it.
What are you guys drinking?
What are you drinking?
I have a homemade brew. It's from my, I guess a shout out to my in-laws, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and they created this, I think it's called Montówka. I'm sorry for anybody out there of Polish descent that may know better than I, but this is like a recipe from back in the day, and it's got like honey and some leaves, and it's meant to heal all. You just keep drinking, you feel better no matter what the problem is.
That's so funny. That's exactly how I feel about what I'm drinking. The more I drink, the better I feel. Until tomorrow. I'm back to the Bully Boy Old Fashioned. Fan favorite here on the nightcap with a K.
That stuff gave me a massive headache one time. I sure enjoyed it when I was having it, but did not enjoy it later.
So honestly, I wake up after that and I'm usually okay. Not too bad.
All right.
So I'll let you know tomorrow. We'll see how out of control this gets tonight. Good week, so might be drinking more than normal.
Why was it a good week, Matt Forbes?
Sold a deal today. We sold a property to a guy, and then he wanted to buy one for his brother and maybe his sister. And we're like,
nice guy.
Maybe we're going to get all three of these suckers. This is good stuff. And then his sister buys, and then his brother backs out.
Oh.
And then his sister buys the property for the brother. And that was the deal we closed today. So, yeah, that was good. My wife.
That's land therapy. I love it.
Yeah.
Land therapy.
Rocking it. So, yeah, that was good. Melissa, we need to talk. That's all I can say.
I love the family deals. I just had one a couple weeks ago where a guy bought a property. The next morning, I see that another guy with the same last name paid the doc fee on a different property. Like, I've never talked to you before, but who are you? Oh, my son just bought a property from you yesterday.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah. We had, I set up a Zap where when I get a Stripe, whatever, like somebody hits a Stripe account, you get the text.
Uh-huh.
It's like, Miss Stripe, somebody give you money. And we sold 3 properties in one day. So we had 3 down payments. Did we take the down and the doc separately in case I need to refund? It's just easier for us. I think that's the way we do it. I don't know who else does it that way. But so we got like 6 of them. Thing just kept going off. And I'm just sitting in my couch like meanwhile, I have no idea what's going on, right? Because my wife is doing all the work.
I used to love that with, I haven't done eBay in a long time, but when my bids would go off, I'd keep it because it had that money sound. Ching, ching. And near the end of the bidding process, ching, 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 ching. Oh, money sound. It was just awesome.
Yeah. I love it.
Can you choose the sound? Can it be a money sound? What sound do you have?
It comes through as a text. So
you can choose
my standard text is a lightsaber.
You can choose the text.
Lighting up. So yeah, I could choose something else. Yeah. So I have the coolest text sound on my phone, except when you're watching a Star Wars movie, you think your phone keeps going off. It's very strange. But outside of that, it's really good. We should talk land.
I didn't realize you were such a Star Wars fan. I know Bossman is. I didn't realize you had that much of it.
Yeah, listen, I'm in. I love it. I've got 3 boys. Like, I'm all in. I love Star Wars. I geek out a little bit on it, but not like Bosman. Like, Bosman is a whole other level, and one day I aspire to be like him.
No, you don't. It's
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I do a little bit, though.
So,
bad.
Land Geek Nation, throw your questions up there about land investing. We got Jason Hoffman is joining us. He's drinking a homemade strawberry margarita right now. Good
Nice.
times.
Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Jason, very excited for you. He's starting flight school here in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
Paul Lotti's watching on YouTube. He says, "Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I told my wife that I have to go have some fun with my friends in Wisconsin and Massachusetts." Oh,
Hell yeah. Go play some golf.
it's awesome. And then, oh my gosh, I got the spinning wheel of death tonight. It's just like
Boy.
constant. Tansha Hokinson says, "We decided early on we would not drink along with you on Nightcap until we sold our first property. Well, we are drinking with you tonight."
Nice.
Actually, listen to this. Listen to this flight school success story. Actually, we
Excellent.
sold 5 properties this past week, drinking Old Smoky salted caramel whiskey.
Yes. Who
Guys,
is this?
seriously,
Toast to that?
Wow.
this is a toast to the
Congrats.
Hokinsons, my
Yes.
Midwest people. Congrats.
So they're in flight school and they just sold 5 properties. So I assume flight school's done and paid for. We feel good about that?
Boy, I
Fair
would assume
question?
so. Or it's close. Oh, it's got to be paid
Gotta
for.
be. Gotta be, right?
Do you sell them for
Hell yeah.
terms or cash or what? Throw it up there, guys. And you know what,
Yeah, we want
Forbes?
the details.
They don't start office hours till next week. They have 5 weeks left in flight school.
Legit.
It is legit.
Yeah, it works. It works, right? That's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah, I want to see the details. And where is that coming in? Is that in on Facebook or is that YouTube?
It's on Facebook.
I don't see that on Facebook.
That's all right. I think I'm getting most of the comments here through our platform. So,
Cam? All right.
guess who's on Periscope? Our one
On
watcher.
Periscope guy?
Yeah, Mike Newell's on Periscope. How's it going, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
So anyway,
I
the
don't know
Hokinsons, that's amazing. And I was just talking to somebody today on the phone. He's like, realistically, how quickly can I be doing deals? Does it take 6-8 months? I'm like, oh no,
No.
oh no.
Only if you make it take 6 or 8 months.
Yeah,
Don't follow the recipe.
Yeah, you know.
yeah. If you follow the recipe, if you follow Scott Todd's recipe, you own a property by week 6. There's no choice. He doesn't give you a choice. You must own a
Yeah.
Look at,
property.
there's no choice in the matter of success. There's no choice.
Love it.
It's
I
just
love it.
success. There's no choice in the matter. You will be. That's like Yoda might say, successful you will be.
Yes. There is no try. There's just success. It's
There
land.
is. It's amazing.
Wow,
So we
that
gotta-
could be a shirt. That could be a shirt for you, Bossman. There is no try. There is just success.
Oh, I like
It's
it.
just land.
I like it.
that. We get a question from Jeff Jones on Facebook. Do you see that?
I see an unknown person, but tell me the
so-
question.
So Jeff Jones, would you buy a property with a small, in quotes, cabin? I am using that term loosely. I'm going to
So it's a
down
wood shack.
my new Glarus spotted cow. If someone is in flight school, just sold 5.
Down it.
It's a wood shack.
I guess, yeah, wood, yeah, small cabin.
Well, it sounds like someone built a little shed type thing and living on it. I mean, I probably would. I wouldn't add value to the deal. I would say it's
It's a
not something
liability,
I'm
right?
gonna- Yeah,
Yeah.
more of a liability. Like we use it
Right.
in our favor when negotiations are in play.
Yeah, you definitely buy that for less because there's a shack on it. Nobody wants a shack. And then you sell it for a bit more because it already has a shack on it. And look how lovely
Yeah,
it is.
Exactly right.
It's not like it's a
100%.
mobile home or a house where it has some sort of deed to it. This is just some sort of home constructed wood thing, right? So I'm not
Guessing.
really worried about that. No.
I'm with you.
Awesome. Any other questions out there, folks? Zena, what's on your mind tonight? You always got something on in the back of your mind, in the front of your mind, here, there, everywhere.
I'm actually reading a new book, and I'm going to have to. I don't know. It's in the other room in my Kindle, and it's actually pretty awesome. It talks about the difference between traction and distraction. See that? I never really thought about that. Traction,
And
which
distraction.
is really, moving forward. And then you look at really what distraction is. It's something that takes you off of the goal, the path towards your goal. And it's a really phenomenal book. I wish I could remember the name. I'm gonna have to get it before this call is over. I would have, that one and the other one. It's probably an oldie but goodie. But The War on Art. Have we all read that?
I haven't read that one, Zano.
It's a no-go, Jer.
That's a short kind of read. You can read here and there, and that is phenomenal.
Really?
It's called. I wish I could remember who in the Yankee community recommended it to me. It was somebody that maybe they're watching right now, and I said, "Yeah, oh my, you've got to look at the war
on
not the art of war. Don't confuse it with that old Asian military type text. It's called The War on Art.
War of Art. Is that right?
Of art, right, yes, and it is unbelievable. It talks about resistance and what prevents us from being the best that we can be, and it is and this book I'm reading now is similar in terms of its power, but this is a great book. Everybody should get this book.
Okay.
And I don't even have an affiliate link. No affiliate link here. I'm not like I'm putting an affiliate link out there. Like, you just get the book.
I think I've heard Mark talk about that at boot camp, actually.
I'm going to go get the other book. In fact, you'll still hear me as I walk into my new, it's being framed. I don't think you know, Matt. I know Bossman knows. My Shoffice is being framed. It's already framed.
Nice.
And it's going to be, it's already been rough electric. Has already been done. It's going to be insulated and sheetrocked. And I'm going to be out there in a couple of weeks.
I like it.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Okay, so don't go to the bathroom when you're on your way because we can hear you.
You can hear me.
Okay, just get that out on the table early.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need Nightcap to be like every other call with me. Anyway,
my best thing.
Mike, it's funny you bring up. Resistance and how there are all these things in our life that prevent us from making a change or maybe changing our mindset or whatever. I read an article yesterday. It was a short article, but it was good. And this guy was talking about how in life you need to learn how to shed your skin like a snake. And how sometimes you need to part ways with certain things. Maybe it's a career. Maybe it's a bad business relationship. Maybe it's a bad personal relationship. Maybe it's your former unhealthy self, whatever. As you go through life, what you need to do in order to move forward is you need to shed that old skin and grow anew, right? Like, it's just a completely...
That's a great.
I like it.
Great. I love that.
I thought it was an amazing analogy. And then I started thinking about my life. I'm like, okay, you know what? Wow, there have been some times in my life where I totally needed to shed my skin. And sometimes I did, I guess, but sometimes I didn't.
It's tough.
It's tough, right? It's tough to shed the skin, to let the baggage go, and to become your new self.
Yeah. If you're clinging to your old habits, you are absolutely actively resisting change and growth. Like, that's what you're doing. Because look at what we're trying to do. We go into flight school. You're trying to create new habits. And we know, I don't know the precise amount of hours. I'm sure I've seen it before. There's so many hours, so many days that a habit before it becomes a habit, right? But, you're actively changing who you are and what you're going to be. No, sorry. I don't mean to go to the Brady Bunch, but that's just a favorite song. But really, like, truly, that's what's happening, right? So here's my Kindle, and let me open up and get the name of this book. Let's see. All right, I'll go to home. It's called Indistractable.
Indistractable.
How to Control Your Attention and by Nir. I'll never pronounce your name, sorry, bud, but you have an amazing book. Nir Eyal, Nireyal. It is an amazing book.
What's it called? Distracted? That was
Indistractable.
Indistractable.
How do you spell the author's last name?
Let's see. Last name is spelled Eyal.
All right.
Look at this. This is one of the kind of quotes of a I'll read you like at the end of the book, end of the chapter, it gives you like highlights. Remember, time management is actually pain management. Distraction costs us time, and like all actions, they are spurred by the desire to escape discomfort. So time management is pain management. This book is amazing. You all have to go get this.
I might actually have to go buy that.
No affiliate links. Just me loving the book.
Two
Look at the Kindle.
two book recommendations from Mike Zano this evening, and he's not even one drink
Well,
in.
you know,
Didn't even know you could read. What?
me either.
I mean, we might
love
have
podcasts.
more book recommendations from Zano by the time this is over tonight than we had T-shirt ideas for Zano last week by the time the call is over.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
All right, we got to put the books in the chat in the Facebook link. So somebody write those in there. So we have a question.
All right.
We have a long question by Paul. All right, so here we go. Here's the question. I've been having trouble buying deals at 25 cents on the dollar. I had a few that I wholesaled, but not enough. So I tried a blind offer with a counter offer space, and my response rate increased a lot. A few of the counters look good, but they're close to 50 cents on the dollar, which gives me enough room to sell to an end buyer, but not wholesale. So it sounds like he's buying at more like a wholesale level. Should I do the deal, buy at $7.50 and sell for $2K? Question mark.
It's $2K the wholesale deal price, or
No.
$2K is
That's
what he
the
sees.
retail.
Now, here's the thing. Sometimes it's hard to kind of wrap your head around this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So cash price might be just doubling your money. Terms could be 300%, 400%, 500%. So when he says 2,000, I'm curious, is that what he's seeing for cash comparables? And could it potentially be that, because look at when you sell to someone $125, $200 a month, they're not going to balk at $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500. It's like, that's hard to kind of figure out in the beginning, but that's the reality. Land is inefficient. And all of you on this call, all of us on this call, and those you're listening who've done some deals can realize that you may sell this one property right here for, let's call it $5,000, right, on terms, right? Then you might sell another one that same division for maybe like $3,500 cash. Then you might sell another one that same subdivision for $6,500 terms. How is that even possible? It's not like realtors going out and you can go and say, geez, let me see the comparables in the neighborhood. It's not like that. Land is inefficient. The price is what you make it to a certain degree. I mean, clearly there's limits to that, but I'm curious, is that cash?
So he writes, yes, Mike, that's the cash sales price found on Zillow. So bottom line, it's harder to buy property in this neighborhood anyways, right? And I have counties where it's a little harder. And now he's having to buy it around $750. So it sounds like he was buying for, I don't know, $400 or $500, and now it's $750, and he's selling for $2K. Is it a good deal?
Yes.
Bosman, you doing that deal?
I'm doing it all day long. I love that. I love those deals.
All day long. All right, Zano, you doing that deal?
Yeah, you know why? I know you're looking for a short answer. The answer is yes, but also
long answer, please.
we talk, and we've all talked about this. Like, listen, I just bought a number of properties. It was like a number of them in a subdivision, and I probably paid a little bit more than I would have mailed for them. But it's just, I already know I'm going to sell them. It's an easy transaction. It's a bulk deal. It makes sense. I'm looking for inventory. Listen, so one extra monthly payment, and I'm at the same price I would have bought it normally through a mailing, right?
Irrelevant.
And listen,
so it doesn't matter.
And here's the other thing: like, how attractive is $75 a month to a buyer with a $250 doc fee, Paul? $250 doc fee, and then $75, and then maybe $100 down and $75 a month. You're all out in 5 months, and you sell that thing for $75 a month for 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, it's an amazing
we
deal.
gotta have another nightcap. We could have another nightcap musical, because all I'm hearing is you said all out of. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
We should have. Oh, you know what? Speaking of
so long.
Referring to earlier, maybe we should have a nightcap musical TV theme night. So we could do the Love Boat. We could do the Dukes of Hazzard. We could do. Andy Griffith. You could do all these. Yeah, that'd be fun, right? Be fun.
It would be. Oh, by the way,
It'd
I
be
have to have a
something.
shout out to Mark McWiggins. There's something on the mail to me, on the way to me through the mail. Somebody heard my plea last week and answered the call.
No way. You're getting a T-shirt.
Send you a shirt.
I'm not going to say anything other than Mark McWiggins. Thank you.
Oh.
All out of love. I'm so lost without
Why are you barking, dog? Sorry.
Land dog.
He's the land dog, yeah.
All right. So, Paul, hopefully that answers your question. 2 out
Yes,
of 2
well, listen,
land
we-
geek people say yes.
Well, 3, because you agreed. 3 of us.
Hell yeah, I'm doing that. Well, here's what it really comes down to, right? How fast can I flip that property? Honestly, right? If I can go sell that property in 1, 2, or 3 weeks, then I don't. If I spend $1,000 and I make $2,000 cash, but I can do that every 3 weeks, no problem, no problem, and that's cash.
I could sell that property in 3 weeks. I could sell that property in 2 weeks. What TV show is that? Remember that?
I can name that song in 2 notes.
Remember that?
Yeah. Name that tune.
Was it named that too?
Yes.
Hey-o!
Hey-o!
Yeah.
Hey-o!
Hey-o. Oh God, you're old. You're all so old.
Oh, hey.
So old.
Go easy.
We got any other questions out there?
Any
Uh,
answers? Any answers?
That was a good
any
answer.
questions, any answers? Yeah, so, to take the snakeskin analogy a little bit further,
Oh, good.
right? So
Good up level.
I love thinking about shedding your skin, right? And kind of being born anew. But then it takes a little while to become comfortable in your new skin.
The new you. You're not used to the new you.
Exactly. You're not used to the new you. Feels a little different. I'm telling you, this snakeskin analogy, I'm loving it.
I think you should work it. I think there's more to unpack on that. I like
There could
it.
be a book there. There could be a book
All
there.
right.
Shedding
Yeah.
the skin.
Shedding Your Skin by Scott Bosman.
Uh-huh.
Forward, Mike Say No.
I'll be the full. Yeah, I like that. Honorable mention.
What other questions? Okay, listen, we don't even need questions. Are there any other wins out there? Paul Brewer has a question.
Yeah.
What's up, Paul?
What's up, Paul?
Paul's
You working?
he's working. He's drinking coffee at the firehouse.
Yeah.
I like late night coffee at the fire station, Paul. Well, actually, no. Paul's on the West Coast, so it's only. Well, no, it's late night, 7:30.
We got
With coffee.
Paul Brewer and Paul Bellotti. A lot of Paul B's tonight on the show. Paul says, okay, this is a good question. When you took your first vacay from your land business and had little to no contact with your team, what were some of the things or areas that you realized you did not have good processes in place to handle? Ooh,
Ooh, that's juicy
Good
right
question.
there.
that is juicy.
Let me go first. I got a really juicy answer.
All right.
I've never gone away from it, so I have no idea.
No, he meant not go away from it, but go on vacation.
Yeah, like leave for 2 weeks and see what happens. Yeah, not yet. So I'm out. And for those reasons, I'm out.
Well, I think no, without even having to go into extreme detail about anything in particular, but it's always going to be those little things, right? Like we always say, there's that thread. We have the major things, right? You might have a sales manager or a sales assistant. You might have someone who does intake, or you may have somebody that's doing your marketing. But you might be that thread that connects all of those together. And that's probably the initial pain you're going to feel. It's like, hey, who's talking? Like, they may not talk to each other. You might be the vehicle that connects them, right? You might be the conversation that brings, each of these pieces together. And that might be who's the real linking. Like, who's the person threading it together?
You had a Max Headroom moment there, buddy.
And losing
You're-
the things.
You remember Max Headroom, right? Like, and that jacket really brings out the Max Headroom in you tonight as well, along with your.
What's Max Headroom? I forget that.
Don't you
I
remember
know
Max
that is,
Headroom?
I
He was
forget.
like on
He
MTV,
lived
right?
in his head.
No, he was the guy in the '80s. He was.
Yeah.
He did a marketing campaign for
Pepsi.
Pepsi, maybe.
Yeah,
and he was like this.
and well, he was in Spaceballs, like he was spoofed in Spaceballs.
Yeah, and he was like this digitized character, Max Headroom. Anyway,
Pizza the
Oh
Hut.
yes, there he is. But to search for him, I have to say that I just removed the Sally Field movie I want to watch. Waiting to see if Rotten Tomatoes get 80.
wow, you are dating yourself, buddy.
Hello,
my
my
name
name
Sally
is Doris.
Field.
That's
I'm gonna go
what
watch
I'm
my
doing.
Sally Field movie. What are you, 77?
It's a movie that came out 5 years ago.
Wow.
Looks good. Hey, listen.
Is it Gidget?
I'm all. Oh, it's because I'm showing that I'm cultured, boss man. That I watch
okay.
a variety of genres.
Listen to yourself. Oh no, I lost my Sally Field movie, and they had a good Rotten Tomatoes on it. I mean, oh my God. I mean, Jesus.
What do you,
I don't think we had to use the you sounded just like the guy that the curly haired fitness guy. That's what you sounded like with that voice. What's his name? Remember the curly haired guy?
Richard Simmons?
Yes, he just had a Richard Simmons voice.
No, I sound like a jerky boy on that.
Sally
We
Field.
won't go down that road, but okay.
Oh my
But it's got
god.
85% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm going to watch it. It's called
What-
Hello, my name is Doris.
Well, that
You know
sounds
my
like a
name is
really
Willis.
super duper Thursday
Quit calling me
night for
Phyllis.
you and the missus. Gonna pop some popcorn? Gonna
Oh no, but I'm going to use the new
Gonna enjoy
Ninja air fryer.
movie?
The new Ninja air fryer. We're going to use that. I had my first Ninja air fried egg rolls tonight. Amazing.
Yeah. Do you know an air fryer is just a convection oven? Are you aware of this?
I have no idea. I don't cook in the house. Laura does. All I know is it looks good, tastes good.
I just line up the movies.
Listen, do we have any questions out there?
Yeah, for
Here-
the love
here-
of God, let's talk about land.
here's a demand. No, I'm just giving you a hard time, Kevin. Kevin says, throw out a few counties where we can get some super cheap property. So here's the thing. I would say to that, all my properties are super cheap. There's just different
Well, that
levels.
is relative.
It's relative.
Right. It is.
It's
very
all relative.
Now, if we're talking, listen, I'm going to say something that everybody in the world knows. You can't find. New Mexico is full of properties you can buy for a couple $100. Come on,
Yep.
let's be honest.
Come
So
on.
just look at New Mexico. You can figure it out. In New Mexico, we'll give him something because he's here. He showed up. He
No,
put
I'm
a
just-
question up. We're going to answer it. New Mexico. Go to New Mexico, and I was just thinking too prior to this. That remember we used to actually prepare for these. We don't have to now. We just kind of banter amongst ourselves and answer random questions.
Remember,
It's so much easier.
do you remember how nervous we were back in the day? What are we going to talk
Yeah,
about tonight?
but-
What's our theme?
Remember how
Oh my
mad? Remember how mad Matt would get at us? You guys have no preparation.
Yeah.
There's no preparation here.
Well, no, listen, it's not that I wanted you to be prepared, it's that you would come here, right? And Jano, you'd show up and be like, all right, Bosman, like, what are we gonna talk about tonight? Like, and Bosman would be like, I didn't prepare, we're gonna talk
Oh,
and I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, let me just drink alcohol.
So
I think
now
so.
you're saying we actually have a little theme. The theme is fun and information.
I think
And
some guy prepared more than the other. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, no,
You are
no.
the-
100%.
you are the preparer. But could we do the old segment, please, Matt? I need it.
Can
Can
you
you do it?
can you
Bring
wait?
it up for old time, please.
Can you wait 30 seconds?
Oh, you're gonna have a delivery as usual. Show us all up. Go ahead.
I got to run and get my own tonight. So
Burn branch.
No, Ben
yeah,
Bossman's about to walk through that door. I'm calling it.
no, he's not. Ben Bossman is he's busy. So I'm gonna mute myself. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go get my beer. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, so are we going to talk about the counties then? So you're just saying anywhere in New Mexico? I'll throw in Arizona, and we'll call that a good answer.
What'd you say?
I said, are we going
was
to talk
your
about the counties? So you said New Mexico. I'll throw in most counties in Arizona and call it a day.
Yeah. Now, look at you go to Land Moto and you see something selling for $1,500 on terms. $1,200, $1,500, $2,000.
Yep.
Boom. And all the properties, as Boss was saying, he was being funny, but also true. We're buying 25 cents a dollar, but guess what? You can buy all properties even cheaper than that. It just depends on the buyer. The seller, and your the language and the way that you relate to them and work with them. Not everybody, but there are those sellers out there that no matter where you are, they're going to sell them at a ridiculous price because they just don't want them anymore. They have no idea that there's a huge market out there, and we're not taking advantage of them. They just don't want them anymore. I would even tell them, listen, you could just go do this. No, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't want the property anymore. That's fine.
Yeah. That's what I do. I'm like, listen, it's really simple, right? You can go do this yourself. Here's what it takes for my team to sell this property. We have to go post X number of Craigslist ads and post Y number of Facebook ads. Then we have to respond to everyone who responds to us. And we have to go spend tens of hours going back and forth and doing stuff.
Right.
You want top dollar, you need to go do that. Do you want to go do that? Never has anyone ever said yes.
No, I'll take
like,
the
yeah,
quick
no.
cash. I'll take door number 2 with the quick cash, please.
Yeah, I'll take the check. That'd be great. So,
All right, let's do this.
let's booze it up here. Here we go, people, and then we'll answer
Stirring
more
it up.
questions.
Look at all those
All right.
leaves in there. Montuca.
All right, I sold one property this week. Zeno, any ideas?
How many I sold?
Yeah,
Or how many you sold? Oh, 2.
you sold 2. Bosman,
I sold 2 as well.
nice. You bastards. All right, pour a
Is it
drink.
2 also or 2 as well? I'm not sure. Is it 2 also or 2 as well?
I think
Yes.
either is acceptable here on Nightcap. Because we are
Bosman
not.
I
grammar
always say that
Nazis.
'cause I know my buddy so well. He's very much into proper language. He's very good at it. So
Really?
I know that he'd have the answer. You're very good at it. Come on. You
Stop.
are good
You're
at,
very thumbs
Stop.
up.
documentation. He's loving
Stop.
it. Actually, now I know he's taking it as a compliment. It is a compliment.
There it is. All right. Well, hey, cheers, boys. Here's to a good week.
Cheers. Here's to all the
Creator
wins.
watching tonight? Have we seen him on there? The creator?
No,
Can
he's
we,
hiding.
Is he there?
I don't see him tonight.
Hiding in the shadows.
I went to.
Questions.
Oh,
So I went from one bastard to the other. This is the Backwoods Bastard Ale.
Oh.
It's a bourbon ale. Good stuff.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
It's out of Michigan. Oh, excuse
When
me.
you said shadow, it sent into the Edgar Allan Poe mind because I,
Oh,
you
man.
know,
Books to movies
You
to
don't like
poetry.
Edgar Allan
Here we go. Are you
Say
you
that.
trying to impress your wife tonight or what?
she's not even watching. I don't think.
Books to movies to poetry.
Listen, no, there's a. It's just it's a very good. It's a former lieutenant of mine who's no longer with us.
Oh, you're gonna make me
that was
feel bad.
That was the quote on the back of his. On the back of his. What do you call those cards when you go to a wake?
Mass
What
card.
do you call a mask guy on the back? It was the Edgar Allan Poe. Galleon. Oh, well, I don't know the name of it actually, but I think it's all about that shadow. A gallant knight traveled long, singing a song in search of El Dorado. Yes, it's a great poem.
No, I feel bad. Just with
That
that.
didn't kill the mood at all.
Nope, not at all. I'm gonna
Not even a
go.
little bit.
No, it's a valiant thing. That guy, he was an amazing guy. It's a let's have a toast. Steve Mills was his name. Let's have a toast.
Steve.
Steve.
My first lieutenant. He was an
First
amazing
Lieutenant
guy.
Steve. All right, we got a question from Melissa. Melissa, I assume, wants to talk about taxes and have your business pay for a really good internet. Or that was either that or that was an answer to somebody else's question. Melissa,
Taxes or Texas?
taxes.
Wait a minute. Sounds like Texas. Say it again.
Not too sure. Melissa, write in what you're looking for, and then we'll have these two
So the way you
knuckle-faces
said that,
answer
I
your
wasn't
question.
sure if he said, Scott, you don't know if he said Texas or Texas, right? I really didn't catch it.
He said taxes.
No, that is taxes, and then I still hear
Think-
Texas.
I believe everyone heard me quite clearly. Thank you.
Yes.
I love that guy.
All right. Well, I'm moving on from Melissa's questions because I don't know if they're questions. Do you guys have your company pay for your internet at home? I would imagine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm a hard no. We got that.
Why?
My actual company pays for my internet.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't.
I got a question from Dan DiVincenzo.
Okay.
Dan says, when closing via mobile notary, what's the best practice for transferring them the seller check? So let's go over the mobile notary process real quick. You find a mobile notary.
Yep.
You find a mobile notary. Really easy to find. Sometimes really cheap. And you send that mobile notary.
Price check those people.
Price check them.
Yes.
Because Mr. Smith.
30, 250.
Yeah.
What's the difference in one little area?
Yeah, take a few
Yeah,
extra
price
minutes
check
and
on
price
I-4.
check the mobile notaries because they will gouge you. And find one for $30. You'll find them. And here's what you do:
Yeah.
you send the notary the deed and the check, and basically the notary meets with the seller. They act as your walking escrow agent, and they get the seller to notarize the deed, and then they hand the seller the check, and then the mobile notary sends you back the documents, ideally electronically and also in the mail.
Oh,
and
I
if
don't
you
have
chose
them do.
right, you're in a simply file county, and it's already recorded like that.
Yeah. I don't ever have them do electronically. I just have them send it in the mail.
Oh, have them scan it to you, dude. Scan it and record it.
I learned something.
Nice. We taught this guy
Elvis
something.
all day long. That was Elvis all day long right there.
Yo,
That's who your next Nightcap musical. You're Elvis. I see it.
I
Hey,
am
baby.
busy that night.
No, you come on. Remember the 24 nights of Christmas, whatever that was?
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
The 24
Melissa-
nights
Melissa
of Christmas.
has. Are we good with the mobile notary? Did that answer that question?
Hey, I have something to say because if Dan is hiring a mobile notary, it means he's buying a property. And
Dan, woo!
Dan just started flight school, so that's a win, dude.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. What, is that from a mailer, Dan? Can you let us know what that's all about? Fill us in.
Yeah. Give us the digits on that deal. I'd like to hear more deals. I'd like someone to say, I bought it for X. It took me X to sell it. I sold it for Y, and my life is better. That's what I'd like
What
to
about?
see.
Well, they could also, Matt. Couldn't they just tell us if they're at the front end of this business? What are you buying it for, and what do you think it's worth? Because that's exciting too, right?
Yes.
That's like a scratch ticket that you haven't cashed in yet. It's like,
Yes.
man, I got all the dollar signs. I just haven't gone and cashed it in yet.
Absolutely. So Kevin has a follow-up question. So then do you record your own deed after purchasing? Yes,
Is this about the mobile notary?
I think so.
So maybe he was wondering if the mobile notary would record it because they don't. But I don't know if that was potentially what he was getting to with that.
Yeah,
Which is
I
a great question
yeah.
because if you don't never done it, you might think that might be part of it.
Right.
It's a great question.
Okay, so walk us through. So mobile notary hands the guy the check. He takes the new deed and he scans it and sends it back to you. Then what happens?
That's it.
Right.
Oh, then you
Already
record
recorded
it.
before it arrives in the mail.
Then you record it, right? So either it's simply file and it's recorded, right then and there, or if you're smart enough to work in a state where they don't have that and you hate yourself, you can then fill out all the paperwork and send it to the county. And in like 2,000 to 9,000 years, they'll get back to you and tell you that you own it with a tax bill.
Which is
There
why
are
we
some
love
counties that we both
Simplify.
work in, Matt, that I like that, right? I call them up. Hey, is that record? Yeah, I got a stack of about 50 over here. I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
We had to call the county and we were like, yeah, we're looking for the back tax. We were like looking for back taxes on the property that we've owned for whatever. I don't even know how long. Right. And the guy's like, yeah, you don't own that property. We're like, oh, okay. Because I got a deed right here and it's like signed by your people, right? That it's recorded. So we had to then send a copy of the deed to them. And they're like, oh, yeah, that information hasn't come over from them yet. So, we don't really know. And I'm like, okay. All right. That's been 8 months.
Well, that's important to realize as well that like it goes
All over
to
it.
the recorder and then it goes to the assessor, right, and the tax collector. So depending on the county, there's a delay there. So that shouldn't alarm you, right, if you're new to this. But yes, it's good to have that proof in your hands. But this process that they have to go through, and in some counties it's slower than others.
And I had a question the other day. I was speaking to someone, and they were curious if they needed to wait to market the property until the assessor got that information.
It's a hard no,
right.
hard pass.
As soon as that thing is recorded, we're marketing that property for sure.
I'm might be jumping the gun here, boys, but
No, you
I'm not
pre-market.
afraid to- I'm not afraid to do a little pre-marketing.
Yeah, no, we pre-market.
No, and it's okay. You can disclose to the potential buyer. Listen, this is in closing right now. You're going to be able to secure this and make sure nobody else. It's a great deal. Or in fact, since within closing, we're offering a pre-sale special. I mean, you can use it to your advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Good. Okay, so now we got a whole mess of questions. Bosman, are you on this?
All right. Let's see. We got. Here's another win we need to celebrate with Matthew Walt, our bourbon aficionado. He did the mobile notary scan for the first time today. Very convenient, and that means Matthew Walt, you bought a property.
Yeah,
Cheers
Tell
to
us
you.
the deets on that. Let's hear it.
it's right there.
Oh,
He wrote it. Bought 20 acres today, 28.25, and I think I should get 12,000 for it. What the hell? That's awesome.
28.
wow, that's a toast. That's a toast.
I'll drink to it.
We keep
Matthew Walt, that's going to buy you a lot of bourbon.
That's called printing money.
Yeah. That is printing money. Absolutely. So
It's amazing. Good for you, Matt. Awesome to hear. Daniel DiVincenzo gives us the numbers. Thanks, guys. Mailing offer was accepted for $1,700, and comps say it's worth around $5,000 cash or $6,000 or more on terms. It's in Arizona. Is it true that it takes longer to sell in Arizona in the summer? Oh, we got the climate question.
The climate question. Listen,
probably.
I would. So, like, that's similar to Costilla in the winter, right? Is it going to take a little bit longer? Maybe, but you know what? Don't panic. Market
Not
it,
right now.
advertise it, and sell it. Yeah, right now everything's hot.
But here-
Everything's hot.
Everything's hot right now.
Today.
Everything's hot right now. But you know what? Dan, you should feel good that you purchased a hard asset that is only going to increase in value. What for it?
I said, well,
We were saying, who sings hot, hot, hot? And we both at the same time. Buster what?
Buster
What's his name?
Poindexter.
Yeah.
Poindexter.
Hot, hot, hot. That land is
Like-
hot, hot, hot.
This episode is brought to you by the 80s. It's exciting.
Another song that could be part of a musical. That deal is hot, hot, hot.
Oh, boy. Oh,
All right,
boy.
you got to go scroll back up because Melissa's got questions. How to roll money back into your business after you sell your land on the tax question. So how do you roll money back into the business?
Here's what I say to anyone who asks me a question about taxes and land.
Mhm.
Take Scott Todd's accounting class, Accounting for Land Investors course on
Yes.
Investor Ninjas. Watch it
Legit.
once, watch it twice. That thing, it may cost, I don't know, it's a $400 or $500, something like that. But how many thousands of dollars does it save you? Because it teaches you how to decrease your tax basis, and it teaches you how to do your bookkeeping in this business, save you money. So I would highly recommend
You know what
that,
else
Melissa.
is? You know what else is good too is I think if I'm hearing this correctly, without going into any, because I am not a tax expert, but profit first, like where
Yes.
your money comes in and putting it into certain bins so that you
Yep.
pay yourself some profit first. Some goes into the business, some goes towards expenses.
Yes.
So, and Scott does talk about that quite
Mike
prolifically. But
Miklowicz.
prolifically, that's a word, big word. I know
Ooh,
you like
that's-
that, Bossman.
This is a good word.
But you could,
It's a good word.
and right, by the way, all I can smell is the air fryer cooking some pot sticks for my daughter, and I'm hoping for a delivery soon because it smells amazing.
Convection oven. Okay, Melissa Stuger has another question. Do you have a Sprinter scanner? Sprinter, yeah. Okay.
Sprinter.
I got a sprint.
A printer scanner.
Is that when you
enjoy.
run with it? You run with
My
the
answer
printer
is
in your
no.
hand?
I mean, so I got Eric
Yeah.
Peterson recommended the printer scanner to me, the ScanSnap 300, 500, something or other. It's a good, well, that's a scanner. Sorry. That's just a
I
scanner.
want to buy. Wait a minute, I almost erased Sally Field again. I want to buy a new printer. Tell me the ScanSnap.
No, it's just a scanner only. It's not a printer. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Why wouldn't you get a combo?
I do have a combo, but I have a scanner too. It's complicated.
Matt, what do you have? You look like a guy with a really serious printer.
Right there. That
Oh, it
black-
is right there. Yep. What is
that's it. Yeah,
HP?
I got that 8 years ago
You-
when I started working at home for my company. They were
A
like, you need
workhorse.
you need
You know
that.
what they call those workhorses?
What's
Is that
that?
a real name? A real name for some printers? A workhorse. That's like it's a power
No, that
machine.
thing is a turd. It is actually technically it's a turd burglar. It's awful.
Turd burglar.
Why a turd burglar? That's just like
it's
it
just
takes
it's
away.
you
It doesn't
get
make any sense.
you get porked on the ink. So I have
think-
so I have a LaserJet. I have this LaserJet
Hamburger.
HP 1020 that is a workhorse.
You know
We've
what?
Had it for 15 years.
Can
That thing's
I-
awesome.
Yes.
I'd like to tell a little funny story right now, and I know that you guys have probably heard this, but we have a lot of new watchers out there that haven't heard this.
Story.
And I over here in the corner of my office, I have this amazing piece of machinery, and
Can we pan
Oh,
over?
it's a folder, isn't it?
Uh,
It's a folder.
5 years
You got a
ago.
folder? Pan over. I want to see it.
5 years ago, when I went through coaching with Scott Todd, do you know what one of his first recommendations was to me? To scale my
You
time.
gotta get a folder, dude, man. You gotta get a folder.
Man, listen. You got to get this
Dude,
thing. It's
man,
great.
You gotta get a
Man.
folder.
You got to get this.
Come on.
Man.
You gotta buy
You
this.
got to get this letter folder machine. So what did I do the
Show
next
us
day?
it. Show us it.
See it to the right there?
Front door.
Oh man.
Is that it on the right?
Yeah, it's it on the right. That's the first form of automation that Scott Bossman experienced in the land business, per recommendation of Scott Todd. He was all about this letter folding machine, and
Wait,
to this
did you just
day,
mention yourself in the third person? Did you just mention himself in the third person?
yeah, I did. To this day, I see that letter folder machine in the background of Scott Todd's videos and whatever,
It's like
and I just can't help but like laugh to myself. The letter folder machine.
Oh God. Who's the president of the city council? No, come on.
Detmer?
He's a lanky
Detmer?
guy, but Detmer.
Detmer.
Oh, Detmer!
Jeff freaking. Do you know what Jeff Detmer talked today about on the Wednesday call?
What's that?
Saving money, and I'm not kidding, by using that machine because he used to own a printing business. So
Yeah.
he had one, and having old people free labor do his mailings. He was like, my
Well, he ran a
father-in-law.
printing business. He's well equipped for that.
I
stuff.
know, but he's like, no, my father-in-law needs something to do, and he prints and he folds and he stuffs all of our envelopes for free. Gives him something to do, and everyone's like, yeah, you can see everybody's face, and it's like, like I'm sitting here and I'm just crying and laughing. I'm like, Detmer is murdering this business. Like the dude's doing really, really well. He's a great guy, and he's just stealing money from his father-in-law at this point. And I'm dying laughing, and I'm like, nobody uses a letter folder anymore. And then there's Scott Bosman. That very day, Scott Bosman.
That's vintage. That's vintage.
You know what? Do you know how much I used to use it? This thing saved my life 5 years ago. I'll tell you that much. But like, I use it like once a month now. I did go over there today.
It delivered.
What do you send out? What are you stuffing and folding and hot dogging?
Like every once in a while, like today, I had to send out this packet of info to the Social Security Administration, and I'm like, I'm going to use my letter folder because I want to get my money out of this thing.
Can we see it fold a letter?
Well, yeah.
Yes, a letter folding.
Could
Do
you
it.
could you go do a demonstration, please?
All right. Well, let me see if I can set the camera up.
I know what you're thinking. Matt's just hammered and being
Yeah,
silly.
Matt
but-
is hammered.
Well,
No,
yeah. I mean, yeah, that too for sure. But no, I've never seen one in action. It's kind of
Oh, really? It's pretty
Yeah.
exciting, actually. You can so here you can take multiple sheets of paper, like back in the day when I was doing 100 mailings every Monday. You can only put 33 in the mail folder, otherwise it gets backed up. So 33 in the mail folder, and it just goes in like this. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Good. Oh,
What a
man.
time saver!
Oh wait, hold on. Wait,
I would be proud.
And
what do we got?
Then fold your paper.
That is pretty damn awesome.
So back when we hand stuffed the envelopes, that's what happened.
Yeah. Paul Bellotti wants to know if it can core an apple. I'm with Paul. In my time in the land business,
Can
I've
make
sent
coffee.
exactly 50 letters by hand. That's it.
That was 11 by 14 paper, by the
I
way.
used
Do
to
you
send a
know?
lot by hand because there wasn't LG Pass didn't exist for a while. There was this time when it wasn't there.
They're called the Middle Ages.
Oh, what time is it,
Look at-
fellas?
We're rolling up on air fried pot stick time. It's 10,
All right.
almost 11. So
So, Zeno, you said something earlier that. What? What do you got?
Pot stickers, and now I'm hungry.
Fried pot sticks.
Fried pot stickers?
He's
Talk
so
amongst
excited.
yourselves.
He's like a 3-year-old.
Thank you.
Now
Air
watch
fried.
him burn his mouth.
By the way, this is Matt Flo says it's just a convection oven. It works.
So
Yeah, they're great.
for our new watches, and you know what, this might be reverting back to an old episode 2 years ago, but I think we need to have a segment right now because I heard Zeno say something earlier that just really, I don't know, it really really motivated me to have a segment tonight, and we used to do this every show. Now we do it every so often, but it's time for the Boston Lager segment of the week.
All right, here we go.
Well, we got Doug Hoy on YouTube, by the way.
Doug Hoyer, what's up, buddy?
Doug
So
Hoyer.
the Boston Lager segment is where Scott Bossman spells a word, and Mike Zano pronounces the word. He basically murders
Absolutely
it.
correctly.
Basically
Tonight,
morders
he'll
it.
do it with a pot sticker in his mouth.
With a pot sticker in his mouth, yes. And here's my favorite Boston Lager word of the week.
Cheetah. Never play cards with a cheetah. And if my wife's watching at 45, I'm not saying she's a cheetah, but she wins a lot. 45
She does.
is a local game in Merrimack Valley, Massachusetts. I mean, you may not even have it down where you are, Matt. 45s.
No, we've discussed this before. Nope. We just have.
But I'm going to teach you how to play.
We're recycling material. It's all about recycling material. So, Mike Zano, here is the Boston Lager word of the week. You ready?
Yes.
IDEA.
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 I think he said it right. I feel pretty good about it.
Idea. Yep.
But you know what? It's not though. It's not IDEAR. The way you said it is with an R. That doesn't make any sense. It's not that letter's not even in there.
He's from Wisconsin. We forgive him.
Okay, fair enough.
That's how Zano said it. What are you talking about? Idea, he says.
Idea.
He says idea. Idea. Idea.
No. Someone help me. Zano is saying idea.
That is not true.
There's no R there.
You're drunk.
Like you're almost saying idea.
You're drunk.
That is a very
Go to
hard
bed.
thing to say.
I might be, but say it again, Bosman.
The correct way is idea. That's what I'm getting at, right?
Okay.
Idea. I say idea. So that's what he's saying. Say
That's you just pronounced it differently.
The R is
We're done.
Silent. Idea.
We're done. I'm stopping this. I'm in control. That's it.
Thank you all for attending. Thank you for celebrating your wins, and thank you for
I'm in
pot stick,
control.
my wife.
I sleep in a drawer.
It's the only thing I'm in control of.
I'm gonna be real boy.
All right.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
Thank you, guys. Love you. See you next week.
I say the word roof, Zano. Roof. Go. Roof on your house.
Roof.
Say it again.
Roof.
Yeah, Paul, it's pretty much roof. Yeah, it's not that interesting. He doesn't say rough. think that's maybe what
Yeah.
Paul thought you were going to say.
Oh no.
All right,
The
let's go to bed.
roof. The roof. The roof is on fire.
Running.
All right. See you guys. Good night.
Peace. Bye, boys.
Hey, thank you all for coming.
Thank you all for coming. Bring your wins next week.
Drugs are bad.
There will be more. Stopping and the wheel spinning.
Great one, guys. I like that one.
Hold on. We're still live.
Well, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I love it.
Dish.
I don't know
think
what's
we
going
gel.
on. What's that?
All right, we'll stay live in the community. We gel. Listen, nobody's gonna be mad that I'm celebrating how well we gel. We gel well. Get it?
We gel well. We do gel
Shout
well.
out to L Gel.
Oh well, we gel well.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
I want some pot stickers.
Forever. We're
I know,
live
like,
forever.
if you can't share with everybody, I mean,
I
Come
mean,
on.
seriously.
Just to
I'm
convex,
starving
haven't you
now.
said?
you're like, hey, it's 11 o'clock. Hey, you, the fat guy. Watch me eat these pot stickers.
Whatever.
Are we still live?